1FM 91.3, Good Times, Greatest Hits. Good morning to you. You're waking up on the Brightside with Carol and Shehzad. That was a Click 5 with Jenny. And in the studio with us, it's not quite Jenny, but someone called Sue Lin Chin from Mindful Drinks. She is the co-founder and director. Good morning, Sue.
Hi, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here.
Yay,
Yeah, great
thanks
to have
for
you.
joining us. Now, Mindful Drinks, very special products. They are sustainably made, first in the world to produce a line of beverages from 100% coffee grounds. Is this true, Sue? We can use our coffee grounds to turn them into other drinks?
Yes, of course we can. Mindful Drinks is the pioneer in this, and we have proven that there's a market for it. So, yeah.
All right, so some of these drinks, very interesting. They're non-alcoholic digestives or something called coffee, kombucha, and even wine. What? Tell us more. Tell us about the inspiration behind Mindful Drinks.
So I've always been passionate in the beverage industry and also a big advocate for sustainability and health.
Great.
So I was thinking of how I could marry these three concepts, themes together. And that's when I came across a technology that could transform spent coffee grounds into beverages. So I spent about 1 year working with food scientists, microbiologists, and various people in the industry to come up with our formulation and concept and the product that we have that blends all these three themes together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that technology on the spent coffee grounds. How did you? I mean, what prompted that? How did you figure that out?
So this technology is comes from the NUS department. I'm an alumni from the NUS department. So I came across the website and I saw this technology. So that's how I got started on this journey.
It was just sitting there. No one was acting on it to turn coffee grounds into other forms of drink. That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. Where is this website? Maybe there are other amazing ideas that no one has picked up on.
Correct. I mean, take us through a little bit of that. I mean, what you... And for those like me, I'm not a coffee drinker. So explain to me kind of how that works. I don't know much about coffee, to be very honest with you.
So are we getting them from like the Nespresso capsules, or, where are you getting your spent coffee grounds actually?
Currently, we're working, due to our supply chain, we are working with large coffee chains like Starbucks and Sarni's. So bigger cafes, large chains to get our spent coffee grounds. And because they have a quick turnover time, so we got to make sure that the logistics and the different parts of it make sense.
So basically, right, again, for a layman like me who knows nothing about coffee,
yes.
It is the coffee that once you've made the coffee, it's the stuff that's left over. Correct?
Yes.
And then they generally would just throw that away.
Yeah.
And so you go to them and say, hey, we'll take that off you, because it costs them to get rid of that.
Yeah.
So you take that off their hands.
Yeah.
And that's how you then produce what you do.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, now I've got a better...
Can you kind of give us a bit of a summary of how that works? So when you get the coffee grounds, what is the process that it goes through to become another beautiful drink?
Okay. Yeah, so that's part of the patented process that we have.
Okay.
So it's 3 steps. We take the coffee grounds, we hydrolyze it, extract all the minerals, the antioxidants, and the flavors, the aromas. That's the first part. The second part, it'll undergo fermentation. And the third part is the final product. So
How long does that take from sort of grabbing the coffee grounds from, say, Starbucks to producing a drink?
So, yeah, because of the quick turnaround time, we take about 2 to 3 days.
Wow,
Oh.
that's
Yeah,
really
everything on it.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay. And the end product is a non-alcoholic digestive. Thank you so much. You brought some samples here into the studio. We've got the lychee flavored one, as well as the ginger refreshing sparkling cafe kombucha. It's called. Okay, it's not just kombucha; it's coffee kombucha. Shehzad, what do you think? You're taking a little sip of it.
So as I said, I'm not a coffee drinker.
Yeah.
There's definitely a coffee taste to it, and I can get that kind of kombucha flavor. So it's actually quite tasty. Mine's a lychee one.
Right.
Mine's a lychee one, yeah.
We're live on Facebook as well, so do join us there, facebook.com/1FM913. Have a look at these products. The color is beautiful. And I got to say, the taste is actually very true as well. The one I tried is the ginger one. I'll give you more details on this amazing drink. But if you want to find out a bit more, you can log on to their website right now. It's getmindfuldrinks.com. They're already in a couple of cafes at NUS. And I can't believe this is a Singapore-based technology. That's amazing. I want to find out this website that you were stalking, so that we can get some ideas as well. Join us as we continue our chat with Sue Lin Chin from Mindful Drinks.
Good times. Greatest hits.
pack a punch, Sue. Like it's full on flavor and it feels very full bodied. I think that's what I enjoy.
Right.
Yeah. So this is.
So for you, like, it's interesting because I'm not a coffee drinker, so
Yeah.
I can definitely detect a coffee taste to it. You are a coffee drinker.
Yes,
and
and
you're not detecting.
Initially, I didn't. Now that I'm like maybe 3 sips into the drink, I can taste the coffee coming in halfway.
Okay.
Earlier on, it was right at the end that I noticed it.
Okay.
Until you said something, I wasn't really thinking about the coffee even.
Yeah, because I that's something I would pick up on immediately.
Correct, because
Right.
you're a non-coffee drinker. So
Right.
yeah, now halfway, a few sips into the bottle, I can taste it, and I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate the coffee and ginger
Sure.
because you got ginger tea alia.
Right.
Why can't we have coffee alia?
Is there such a thing, by the way? Again, I don't. Is that
Now
coffee
there
on-
is. Now there is, thanks to Sue.
So I want to ask again, as a non-coffee drinker, what is the caffeine content of one of these drinks?
Yeah, so it's similar to about 1 cup's worth of coffee, 80
okay.
to 90 mg.
Okay, so this is perfect for our breakfast show, actually. Right? This is what we need in the mornings.
Can you sponsor our show? So we're all up and at it, especially with the ginger. You know,
Yeah.
ginger has many benefits for your body.
Yeah.
Is that why you picked these flavors, actually?
Yeah, so I was looking for a good blend that also could complement the taste of coffee, and ginger coffee is a big thing in Indonesia. So
Oh, it is a thing.
Yes.
There you go. There, cafe halia.
Right. And the lychee is usually quite light and refreshing.
yeah, just finding flavors that complement the fruity taste of coffee. So lychee is a good one.
So you did a lot of sort of pairings in the last year with your R&D.
Yeah, we did a lot of pairings.
Okay. So were there some ones you're like, nah, that doesn't work?
Yeah, of course there were some
Yeah.
of those. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
There's
always
also
trial and error.
chocolate cinnamon that she did not bring in because it sold out.
This is funny because Carol immediately, as Sue brought the drinks in, she goes, I want that one. And she goes, nah, I'm sorry.
Chocolate cinnamon. I went to stalk the website. I was like,
Yeah.
this sounds amazing.
We're all
Chocolate
out.
cinnamon and with a coffee base.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's no surprise that it is sold out because it's probably that good.
Especially this time of year, I'm imagining chocolate cinnamon would probably go down very well.
Very
Yeah,
festive.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I never
hey,
thought
when's the
about
next batch? You said 2-3 days to make, right? Sue, come on, man. Sue. Actually,
Next year.
Pardon? Next year? Why so long?
Wow.
Come, I give you my coffee beans. I'm a heavy coffee drinker. I got a lot at home. Eileen Daniel is saying, hey, any different coffee grounds can be used by traditional coffee shops? Like, say, Ya Kun or Toast Box?
Yes, essentially we can make use of coffee grounds from any place.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you approached those? But I guess you go to big chains and all that because they've got plenty of coffee grounds. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So, how do you think a mindful drink, because you do other things as well, like your wine, how does that differ from other types of kombucha in terms of the flavor profile?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the main difference is that we start from spent coffee grounds. So you definitely get that earthly notes with undertones of aromatic coffee and a more complex blend of cacao, espresso, chocolate notes, which is not quite present in kombucha. Yeah.
So it does kind of depend because coffee beans as well, there's so many different kinds. There's the Arabica, there's, what have you. And so does that mean you have to be quite consistent with your beans, the kind of beans that you're getting?
By and large, the coffee notes that we have in our drink is a little bit more subdued. So we intend to make the flavors stand out more than the coffee itself. So
Okay, so there is a specific kind of ground beans that you go for. Is that correct?
Or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't quite matter.
Oh,
so
right.
much. Yeah, we. Yeah.
Because
that's
as a
interesting.
coffee drinker, the beans do matter, and so I'm
Right.
thinking the aftermath of all of that will also kind of factor into your coffee kombucha, but it's not. You say it plays a very minimal role.
Yeah, it's a pretty mineral role. Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
this is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I in my mind, again, coming from someone who doesn't know much about coffee, it would matter about the kind of coffee that you use. But you're saying because it's all ground and spent and all, it doesn't really. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing technology if you think about it.
Which makes this even more interesting in the sense that any kind of coffee, you can go to any of these coffee shops, whether it's a fancy one or a neighborhood one, and grab all their grounds.
Yeah.
Well, generally they just throw that away, right? Is that normal for them?
Yeah, it's waste for them.
So do you pay for the coffee grounds, or they just give it to you for free?
Yeah, we're given free. for
Oh,
this.
nice!
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, right? Because it would cost them otherwise to have to.
It's a very low overhead in that sense.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is this technology able to be done at home? Can I turn my coffee into something else at home? She's laughing. Look at
It's
her.
patented. Remember that?
Yeah. Also, you got to be careful about the safety and the hygiene and the turnaround time as well.
I just give it to my husband. It's fine.
Very quickly on the turnaround time. Tell us a bit more about that. Why is that so key? Because does it decompose or something quite quickly? Or
We'll
what?
perhaps
Yeah.
handle that
Okay,
one
we'll
on
handle-
air.
all right.
We're just about to jump back live on Lelio. Do join us there. Sounds of Lou Graham, and just between you and me here on 1FM 91.3, Good Times, Greatest Hits. But you know what? Good things must share. You cannot keep it a secret. And today we're discovering that you can turn your used coffee grounds into other beverages thanks to a patented locally made technology or inspired technology. And we're chatting with Su Lin Chin from Mindful Drinks. And Su Lin, the way you stumbled across this technology to turn coffee grounds into a beverage is amazing. You said you found it on a website, as part of your NUS alumni group.
Yeah.
And now you've turned it into a very profitable beverage business, and you can get non-alcoholic digestives, and including wine and coffee kombucha from spent coffee grounds. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really curious. Like you said, there is a short turnaround time. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so coffee grounds, they are wet when we collect them. So these encourage the growth of a lot of microorganisms and mold. So essentially, we need to store them in the proper conditions, or we need to process them as quick as we can before that happens.
Okay.
Tell us about how you first began, because one of your first products was wine. Wine made from coffee grounds. Now that is just blowing my mind. How did that go? Were you successful? How many times did it take before you were happy with that product?
That product didn't come to market for a couple of reasons. The initial taste was a blend of salty and sour, so we didn't manage to extract the aromatic compounds from the coffee grounds that we intended to. So, and we had maybe 5-6 tries before we decided to pivot to another product that would be-
So to be clear, Mindful Drinks initially was looking at wine
Yes.
before you came up with these kombucha drinks.
Yes.
Interesting. So that's how it evolved.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do feel like the potential is still there. It just needs time, to tweak. I feel like you can still do it, because these drinks that you brought for us today, the coffee kombuchas, they are amazing, and it's very full on flavor. I gotta say,
it is full of flavor. I will say that as well for sure. And I just want to go back to this wine thing, because I can imagine that there would have been, wine snobs, of which my wife is definitely one, would have been like, wine from coffee, and she's a coffee snob as well. So those are two very important things to her. Were you concerned when you were looking at the wine that they'd be like, I'm not having wine from coffee grounds? Were you concerned that might have been a backlash?
Yeah, we've also concerned about the perception and the marketing and the education that has to go
With that, right?
With that, yeah.
Whereas
It's hard
there's a
to
lot
do.
less pushback, or there'll be a lot less of that if you do one
Yeah.
of these things,
Yeah,
right?
precisely.
Okay. So it probably all worked out in a nice way for you that you What about other products? Are you looking at developing more?
Yeah, so we are looking to upcycle more raw materials besides
Perfect.
just coffee grounds
Ah.
and turning it into functional drinks as well.
oh, very nice.
Are you allowed to tell us what those are, or are you still looking around? Fair
Looking
enough.
around, we're thinking cacao husk and the likes. Yeah.
Ooh.
Again, that's something that's thrown away generally. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cacao husks.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
Chocolates.
there are more companies that are coming up that are exploring with chocolate from the region, and I think that's a great thing. If we can have this little ecosystem where we're all kind of supporting each other, that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
So far, I'm looking at your website, getmindfuldrinks.com. The coffee kombuchas that you do have, the sold out one, cinnamon chocolate. I'm still waiting on that one. There's also citrus mandarin, and there's the jasmine green tea, and that is also mind blowing because you can get tea from coffee.
That is actually a really good point. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Okay.
Yeah, I like the idea of that. And there's also the lychee one, which you're trying out today.
Yes.
And we've also got the ginger one. Is this a new flavor?
Yes, this is our latest flavor.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the ginger in here, because I'm quite a big fan of ginger. So it feels very refreshing. It feels very satisfying, and it feels healthy all at the same time. You said, something that was good for your body was very important to you. So what did you have in mind as you were formulating this?
I think the number one concept is taste and then health at the same time. So, yeah, in terms of the drinks, the first criteria would be the taste. So we needed to find flavors that would blend with coffee, and still having that health concept at the back of our minds.
Okay.
You mentioned antioxidants.
Yeah.
Tell us about the antioxidants you can extract from spent coffee beans.
Yeah, so coffee is one of the biggest source of antioxidants.
Right.
So our process extracts about close to 50 to 70% of the antioxidants, and we are still working on improving those processes to extract as much as we can.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Wow.
You know what? So this is definitely blowing my
Yeah.
mind this morning. The fact that all this is birthed in Singapore, such brilliant ideas, brilliant technology.
That's great.
Wonderful creative flavors and even packaging coming from Mindful Drinks. You know what? We wish you all the best. Can't wait to see can't wait to see what's gonna happen next for your company, where you're gonna take it. Where can people find out more about you and how they can connect, perhaps, if they want to collaborate? How should they get in touch?
Yeah, so usually they'll contact my email address. It's available on my website. So contact mindfuldrinks@gmail.com.
All
Okay.
right. Wonderful.
Okay. And getmindfuldrinks.com is also the website as well, isn't it?
Yes, that's
Get
right.
Mindful Drinks.
Get Mindful Drinks. So it's been amazing talking to you. We wish you all the very best. And of
Yeah.
course, happy Christmas. Have some cinnamon chocolate kombucha.
Not till next year.
Good time. Great